Hello, 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 and welcome back to Game of Thrones. This is episode 2. It's technically our third episode, though, because we did have the pilot episode and then episode 1. Now, the nice thing I like about Game of Thrones is they actually give you a complete recap of the chapter you're in and where you're at so far when you take and start, resume a game and come into it. So here's a short recap. Present day, 15 years. For 15 years I patrolled the wall for duty and for those I left behind. Geralt died that day. I brought him back to Castle Black and executed him. He had been my friend for 15 years, but the Night's Watch has no place for deserters. His sword will be missed. May the warrior watch over him. None of the new brats could replace him. A little snot-nose from Flea Bottom, a smuggler already feeling too much at home, and a lordling still farting perfume and shitting diamonds. They would soon forget summer's warmth in the shadow of the wall. Mormont interrupted the training session to tell us of Cregan's betrayal. What a fool. How could he have succumbed to the urge to rape the poor boy? Another worthy sword lost from the Night's Watch. I was supposed to meet him in Icemark, and now he's another traitor to hunt down. Well, at least it will be a good training for the recruits. We made our way westward along the wall. The boys stank of summer, and I quickly made them swallow their complaints. When we arrived at Icemark, a band of wildlings already had control of the courtyard. Cregan was a great warrior, but the situation did not bode well for him. He had to die, either by my hand or by our enemies. We went in, forcing our way through with our swords. As I expected, Cregan fell into a trap. The swine barely had time to warn us before dying. Oathbreaker or no, he died a warrior. The area may have been crawling with wildlings, but we were at the ready and weren't about to run like frightened virgins. Ronette was the first to fall when we came across Gendral and Tareg, lieutenants to Gorn, one of the fiercest leaders beyond the wall. He must be the one leading the attack. I kept Gendal alive just long enough to learn that Gorn was desperate, chased by Half-Hand, and that he had come to Icemark to cross the wall through the hole in the door. It was a beautiful opportunity. By closing the doors on them, we could trap them in Icemark's courtyard, and from that point the Half-Hand could simply pick them off. Still, that meant we had to put ourselves into our own trap. And this is where we left off. Now, we had got ourselves killed, unfortunately. So, we are going to try and hopefully be able to do this one without getting ourselves killed again. The problem was, not so much that we couldn't take out this group, but a group came in behind us before I could reinforce.
Poddy is a craven wretch, but at least he can aim.
It was a problem. So, here we take and see our enemies and their rankings. It shows the symbols for no armor, light armor, medium armor, heavy armor, and then you've got elite opponents and your bosses. So let's get right into battle here. I gotta remember how to fight. Okay, one down. Get dog to attack this dude. Build up my stamina. This guy's got heavy medium armor. I already don't have enough energy here. Okay. So like I said, this little group wasn't that bad.
Those pillagers have dug faster than I realized. The door's almost open again. I'm certain that other wildlings are waiting on the other side of the wall for Gorn's tribe to open the door. We still haven't seen him, by the way. Be on your guard, Celtigar.
Sir Mors, look behind us. There are more coming.
Great. And now it says if you have unlocked your dog abilities on the character page, you can use them via the heroic abilities bar. Blah, blah, blah. They recommend actually having the dog attack another person than what you're
came
attacking.
From behind.
I don't like that myself. I want the dog to attack the same people I'm attacking so that I've got the ability to build up my attacks on them. Yeah, can take down... Darn it, I have energy already. Actually, I want my dog to attack that guy over there. I'm getting ready to die. I did die. I'm gonna die again. Yep. Damn it! Not sure what I'm doing wrong. Don't have any health potions or anything like that I could use. Oh wait, this one does. Okay, so how do I use potions? Substance potion. It's gotta be like on my build. Okay. So we need to heal up afterwards. Think we can do that? Try to see if I get any better armor. I really don't. I mean, I do, but I don't know if that would actually help me, because it's a heavy armor. I mean, we could try it. Looks damn cool, that's for sure. Okay, let's see if that worked. I gotta figure out is how to take it. Use... Ah, here they are, okay. What's wrong? I can't move. Not enough energy. Damn it. I can't build up my energy either. Okay.
Black blood. I'm certain we still have...
Sir Mors?
Okay.
They came from behind.
Not enough energy. Good, I can rebuild my energy now. Awesome. I love the way he just shoves his shield into their necks. Okay. Let's hope there's not
Watch
more.
out up there!
Bitch. Holy crap.
Mors! The gods have given me a feast of crows today.
Gorn, you finally show your face.
This time it's between you and me. Kill the boy!
Oh, crap.
Damn you all.
The butcher is mine. Don't interfere. After you die, I'll be a legend. Women will fight for my seed. I'm going to bleed you, old man.
If you knew how many times I've heard that. You're already dead to me, Gorn.
Okay.
Oh!
And obviously we have a boss fight here. Good. See if we can hold this one. Okay, may have taken all of our potions, so hopefully we can take him down. What the hell? What the hell did he knock me over for? Here we go. We should have it now. Yes. Okay. Sorry for having been so quiet. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Oh, don't tell me I died. Oh, give me a break. Oh, cool. About time they got here.
Brothers of the Night's Watch! Fire!
Okay. Chapter 2, Alistair. 4 months earlier. 15 years. It's been 15 years since you left Riverspring, your family's ancestral lands. As the firstborn son to Lord Alester Sarwyck, in the service to the powerful Lannister family, it should have been yours one day. Instead, you fled Westeros, that nest of vipers constantly conspiring against each other in their endless game of thrones. You turned your back on the past and crossed the narrow sea to live in the free cities, far from the webs of intrigue spun by the great families. The religion of Valhalla and its red priests welcomed you, and you are now one of them, although your new faith is not a welcome one in your homeland. However, your past has caught up with you, and after a long voyage, you have returned to the town of your birth, Riverspring. Now, for those of you who don't know Game of Thrones, you actually play as 2 characters within the game.
Finally, we come to Riverspring. 15 years ago, it was one of the region's most flourishing towns. But things slowly worsened, and today Riverspring knows only idle craftsmen and discontent among the peasants. And the death of Lord Alester Sarwyck will not improve matters. That said, his death didn't surprise many people. The poor man was but a shadow of his former self since the disappearance of his eldest son. They say that his daughter is the one who makes decisions since then, and you can see where that has led.
Riverspring. It is much changed.
Have you been here before?
It's been a long time.
I used to live in Riverspring. I left 15 years ago.
Yes, that was a while ago. Back then, the town was still prosperous.
What happened?
I don't know the details, but I think it had something to do with the eldest Sarwyck boy leaving.
I must go to the castle.
Oh? And, if I may ask, what would a red priest like you be doing here?
I have come to bury my
I am
father.
here for the burial ceremony. I am the son of Alester Sarwyck.
How so? You're much too old to be Garwin Sarwyck.
Garwin is my young brother. I am the elder, Alistair.
Father above? After so long? We thought you had disappeared. My sympathies for your father. I did not recognize you.
My god R'hllor now watches over him. Thank you for the crossing, ferryman.
Okay, so as I was saying, you actually play as 2 characters within this game, and you have 2 storylines. You play as Mor, who is a member of the Night's Watch on the Wall, and then you also play as Alester Sarwyck here. And as this says, you are Alistair, the son of a powerful lord of Westerlands, destined for a brilliant future as a lord of Riverspring. You went into exile in the free cities after Robert Baratheon's rebellion, taking refuge in the religion of sorry, the god of light and love. You are now a red priest at the Temple of Braavos, and you have chosen to devote your life to your religion and your god. Contacted by your private tutor, you're now on your way back to your hometown to attend to your father's funeral. Your past has caught up with you, and you now have to face up to those whom you left behind some 15 years ago. Okay, and now we get to decide on a new combat style and set up a new character, and I do apologize, this does tend to take a bit, as I have to figure out what I want to do. So, let's see, we can take and do a combat style of Water Dancer. The Water Dancer practices a style of combat which allows him to combine deftness, speed, and agility, thus making him a highly effective swordsman. He usually fights with a one-handed weapon, and he is very mobile. Thanks to his light armor, he is thus well able to dodge enemy blows, which makes him very difficult to hit. Preferred equipment: swords, blood projectiles, short blades, light armor. Main stance: insanity. You rely on your responsiveness and your agility to take advantage of your opponent's weaknesses. This stance uses a one-handed weapon. Secondary stance at level 7. Okay, or we could do a cell sword. The sellsword or mercenary is a quick-witted and fast-moving fighter who can adapt to any situation, something which makes him very effective on the battlefield. He prefers one-handed weapons in which he has become specialized, and this allows him to inflict significant damage while being able to absorb a good deal of punishment, thanks to his medium armor. And his main stance is assassination. The assassin uses stealth and timing to eliminate his foes. This stance requires the use of a one-handed weapon. Or we could be an archer. An archer is a warrior that specializes in fighting at a distance. His scouting duties mean that he must travel light, and as such, an archer is generally seen clad in light armor. An archer is still capable hand-to-hand fighter, but he prefers to immobilize targets and maintain separation between himself and his foes. Preferred equipment: bows, crossbows, light armor. Main stance: dexterity. You wield your accuracy and guile to inflict damage from a range. This stance requires a ranged weapon. Okay, well, I'm actually going to play the archer. Might regret it, but that's what we're going to do. So, we definitely need points in agility. Luck increases your chances of finding extra loot. That is always a good thing. Endurance, always need that. Intelligence improves your chances of negotiating for lower prices. As an archer, I don't need a lot of strength. Okay, so you put a point in dexterity, and then we need to decide if we're going to go down which road I'm going to go down. Rapid fire, bows, crossbows, support damage, attack speeds increased. That leads into a passive of sequential shot. You become more accurate when repeatedly firing at the same target. Or it goes into another active skill that is a smoke bomb. Or we could go down the poison missile route. Apply hemlock to your projectiles. Your attack will poison your opponents. And that leads into a passive of impact. Your missiles hit with greater force, which increases the chance of immobilization. Actually, I'm going to do something different. Normally I would go with the rapid fire route and then the passive of sequential shot. I think I'm going to go the poison route. There. The next one will either be a passive, you need less time to shoot at immobilized enemies, or headshot. Take time to aim it. Probably go with headshot. Okay, next. Skill points. So, cutting projectiles, broadhead arrows, broadhead bolts, blunt weapons, blunt projectiles. So we got 10 points to spend here. We're going to put 2 in each of these right off the bat. And we'll put 1 into swords. actually. I'm not going to go a lot with blunt weapons. So we'll put 2 in swords. There we go. Now this one is interesting, and I really have a hard time figuring all this part out. You basically have to balance out your different categories. And I really, if you choose the strength of born leader, then you got 4 points here, and then you gotta find 4 points to balance out over here. I don't know how many points, I think it's up to 9. Yeah, you can have up to 9 points on each side. So, I'd like to keep born leader, just because, you know, I like to have the leadership aspect. Leech, assign blood, fuels your desire for battle. Acrobat, your keen sense of balance allows you to deflect bows more skillfully. Gifted, your aptitude for learning allows you to pick up skills more quickly than most. That I do want to take and have. Art of Medicine, you are master of curative arts. The health gained from healing flask is increased by 15%. That one would be nice. Master of Poisons, your knowledge of toxins allows you to wield them more skillfully. Actually, we need to go with that one because I'm doing the poison arrow route, so an increase on my poison would definitely help. Brutes, your overwhelming might is too much for enemies, don't need that. Honed reflexes, it helps increase your critical adventure bounty bonus loot. Hey, I like that one. Why can't I take that? Guess I can only have 8 now? Oh, you can choose up to 3 strengths. Okay, so it's not a number of the points, it's how many you can choose. So you can choose up to 3. What increased loot? Now, that means I can come over here. I have to have 7 points here. So, your fear of blood makes you less effective against bleeding enemies. Grayscale, your deflection is lowered by 6. Witless, 2 fewer skill points gained per level. Asthmatic, energy cost 8%. Gout, attack speed minus 5%. Let's see gout. Just because... There. Allergic, poison effect duration plus 3 seconds, critical hit chance, energy recovery, damage resistance, damage received by a state of bleeding. Hopefully if I'm not gonna bleed that much if I'm a archer, I'm hoping. I really have no clue how to go on these, to be honest. Usually go with damage taken by fire plus 20% because, like, how many chances of me being damaged by fire is there? But I really don't know. And plus 20% is an awful lot. So if I get hit by fire, I'm a dead man. So we're going to go with that one instead. Okay, we're balanced. Next. Character creation is finished. Yay! Confirm. Okay, so we need to go to Riverspring Castle to attend to our father's wake. However, we have been playing now for 31 minutes, so I think this is a good stopping point. I do apologize for ending on doing all of the tedious things like... Okay, so Mors left our party, Alistair joined, we got new quest objectives, coin received, new entry and codex. So we got a bunch of new stuff here now. If we look at our quest log, inventory, here we go. So here's our inventory. We have an old training bow and some broadhead and some arrows. Armor's not that great. We're basically back to square one. Equipment menu, jewels, accessories, usually charms or precious trinkets, and babbles can also be equipped. These can be helpful in a variety of ways. We have a ring that gives us a plus 7% hit chance. It's a red priest ring. No quest objects. So, let's see, quest log. Mors. We didn't complete this. Cregan's patrol is made up of 4 men, 4 brave lads, none of them greenhorns. They've skewed. Huh. We did not get all of their belongings. Well, that just sucks. Huh. Okay, so now we're with Alistair, 15 years. It's been since... 15 years. It's been 15 years since I left this place. Father was called back by the sacred flame, and I thought I'd never set foot in my birthplace again. I could only hope that my return would be in the light of the one God. What would I find other than Father's mortal remains? Would my sister, Alana, my brother, Gwen, my cousin, Raymond, and Master Harwin know me still? What had become of Riverspring in all these years? Now that Father was dead, I had come back to govern the lands and honor my family. So, this is where we're going to stop for today, and for this quest, for this episode 2 of Game of Thrones. If you've enjoyed the episode, I appreciate a like down below, share, favorite, do all those neat social things. And if you've made it this far in the video, well, something must have held your attention. And if you're not subscribed, why not subscribe? There'll be a subscribe button down there somewhere right below. Big yellow button says subscribe. All you gotta do is click on that. And, you know, that way you'll know when I have new videos coming out. Game of Thrones, it comes out every Monday. And then I try and put out a couple of Aeon videos, one on Saturday or Sunday, and one on Tuesday or Wednesday. And then there's things in between. I also do Risen gameplay, and that is on Fridays. So, until next time, keep safe. This is Sir Jaxxy, fading out.